How to cope with anxiety, I don't even know. Something I've been doing for a long time now to cope with anxiety is stating the obvious. What I mean by stating the obvious is kind of what it sounds like. So if there's a problem, then state the obvious. In this case, I'd say I'm anxious just to bring it to my attention, or I might say something along the lines of, this is the problem that I'm facing, so I know exactly what it is I'm dealing with. From there, I state an obvious solution that's really easy to point out, and then I work out the details of the steps I need to take to get to that solution. The entire idea is to frame it in a simple way that's not only logical, but also more actionable so we can start to manage it. In my experience, I found that my reaction to anxiety is either shutting down physically, mentally, socially, and emotionally, or completely dissociating from myself. And then I'm left in limbo, where it's kind of like I just want to run away from this feeling, but it's still just there. But by stating the obvious, I can manage the negativity and also get something done at the same time. And as a result, I come out of it feeling more capable of moving on to the next step or the next problem. In other words, instead of running from it or pretending like it isn't there, I found that tackling the source of my anxiety resolves it or mitigates it to a point where I can start functioning again. So I've used this thought process in a number of situations, and it's worked for at least 90% of them. And in those situations, I found that what I was dealing with wasn't that big of a problem, definitely not in the way I initially thought about them. And I think that's part of the core problem with anxiety, or at least with how I experience it, because for me, it largely stems from overthinking, overanalyzing, and irrational thoughts, and it gets to the point where I become overwhelmed. So to me, taking it one step at a time and simplifying the situation in that logical manner more or less seems to be a step towards the right direction. Sometimes I say, calm yourself down. Recognize that the solution may not be apparent at first, but for every problem, there's always a solution.